friends, welcome back to the channel Ruchi's Teaching. This is Ruchi here. Okay, in this video I would like to explain C language, of like introduction of C language. I'm explaining introduction of C language. So in this video, before starting C language, what I thought of explaining is actually what is computer language and why it is important for the computer or a user. Okay, before I start my video, I would like to say that if you are new to this video or if you are first newly watching this video, please try to subscribe the channel, and I hope you will like this video. After watching it, please give a thumbs up to it, share to your friends. Okay, now let's enter into the class. Now actually, what is a language? Generally, language, why is it important? General, I'm speaking about general, between two persons or in a between the persons I'm talking. So between two persons there should be one language. Why there should be one language? Without language, two persons cannot communicate each other. Now if two persons want to communicate each other, these two persons should know one language, right? One language they should know, whatever it is, English, Telugu or Hindi, right? That language should be known by both of the persons. If any one of that person doesn't know English, suppose this person is speaking in English. If this person doesn't know English, he cannot understand what he is saying and he cannot speak out in English. So this person also should know the English. So that means both the persons should know the same language, right? So this is general and common situation between the persons. Now I will take one person and one system. Okay, one person and one system. So now this person, if he wants to communicate to the computer, with the computer, what happens? Now he knows English very well, right? Now this computer, will it know English? No, it doesn't know English or Telugu or Hindi. Why? Because this is a dummy machine. Dummy. If this person operates this machine, then only it works. Otherwise, it will not work. So, what is happening here? This person should interact with the computer with such a language that computer should understand, right? When computer will understand the language, it should have its own computer language. Am I right? So what is happening here? Now he knows English, this doesn't know English, but it should have one computer language. So this computer language is nothing but C language. In the sense, this is called as programming language. Before programming language was invented, there are the languages which are called as low level languages, and these high level language are the languages we know, like users will understand the high level languages, and this is also called as high level language and programming language. So because of this situation, they have developed this C language, right? Now till now I think you all understood. So a computer should have a computer language. Now I will explain you what is computer language. Now think that you are writing a program in C. I said C language is the language which computer understands. But I will ask you a question that will computer understand? You may ask me. You said that, ma'am, you said that it will not understand English computer. Then how come it understands programming language? Programming language is also in English. So you may ask this question to me. But I will say, the answer for that question is, actually computer will not understand C language. It will not understand C language. It doesn't know what is C, what is Java, what is C++. We know it. You will learn it and you will feed to the computer in such a way that it will understand. So that thing, what is happening at the background of the computer, I am going to explain you now. Now computer is there. Now generally, first computer, what happens? First of all, when you feed, a person feeds to the computer. So what is happening here? A person feeds or gives instructions to the computer. But some language. For example, he will just give instructions. How those instructions will be, I will tell you. Now he wants to give a instruction to the computer and he wants some answer to it, right? Now what he has to do is, he will take one language. Any language he will take, which is called as programming language. Programming language he will take, like C, C++, Java, .NET, PHP, whatever it is. So all these are nothing but the programming languages. Whichever language he likes or he knows, he will take that particular language and he will write a program in it. Then what happens? This program, it will be given in the program will be written like this. Just I am giving an example. It's not a C program, just an idea of that person, how he gets. Okay. Now he will write a program saying that A is 1, B is 2, C is A plus B. Just a simple logic I am writing here. And he will say print C. What happens? Print C means this is print. It will be displayed. So what is this type of logic is called as source code. You will call it as source code. So here what's happening here, once again I will repeat. A person is there. You call it as user or a programmer. Right? A user or a programmer, he writes a program. Why he is doing all these things? He wants an output from the computer. So directly he will type here. But all these things will be going at the background of the computer. Understand like that. What is happening at the background of the computer, I am explaining you now. Right? So he has given a question to the computer saying he wants some output. Right? So that one, what is happening in the computer, I am explaining here. So he has written a program or in a programming language, whatever it may be, any language he took and he has written. Next, in that language, he has written one source code. You will call this as source code. Source code is nothing but which is written by the user, right? Which is written by the user or the programmer. Now this source code, what happens? There will be a compiler. What is compiler? I explain. Compiler is the predefined software or translating software. What is predefined software? Where this is present? This is present either in the operating system or in the C language. So main C language is has become popular for writing programs is because of these compilers. Because of these compilers only our each program runs properly without any problems. It will give the output. If that program is having any errors or mistakes, after compiling it will throw out the errors where on the system. So compiler is what? Compiler is the predefined software, right? Predefined software. Understood? So now what is happening here? This compiler, it sees or watch this source code and it will take the source code, and this source code is converted into an object code, right? What is object code? I will explain you. So it will convert this source code into object code. Who will convert here? This compiler is converting. Now this compiler, how it converts into object code? What is object code? Now object code is the code which is used up by the computer. Computer understands this object code very easily. We cannot understand it. We can understand, but it will be very tough to solve the errors, all those things. Why? I will tell you. How this object code will be? Object code will be in zeros and ones, right? Like this. Understood? So this source code has been changed to object code. So can you understand these zeros and ones? You might be knowing, you might be getting some idea. First, when you have learned about the computer, before like in smaller classes or starting when you have touched about the computers, you might have learned that computer understands only binary language. So what is this? This is the binary language. Binary language is also called as machine code or machine language. So this will be written in the zeros and ones. How these zeros and ones? What is 0 and what is 1 here? 1 means power on. 0 means power off. Alright? 1 means power on, 0. How this is understood by the computer like this. 1 means signal is there, electric signal is there. 0 means off, there is no signal. So in that way, that source code is converted by the compiler into object code. Now this code is transferred to the computer as input, right? Now you will call this as high level language. You will call this type of language or these languages are high level language. This high level language source code is converted to low level language. Okay. So this high level language is converted to low level language. How compiler will convert it? After converting, now what is happening here? Binary code is generated. Binary code is generated. Okay, now this code is given to the computer, right? This code is given or taken by the machine. It will understand easily. Then it is taken as the input, and then it will understand that code, and whatever output it wants to give, it will give. How? Output is given on the screen, right? So in this way, when a user gives or asks the questions to the computer, he will directly get the output. Just we know this much only, right? We understand this much only, but inside all this is happening. Understood? All this is happening inside. What is happening? Source code is converted into the object code. because of this compiler. So our C language has become popular because of compilers only, and because of compilers and because of its simplicity, easily understandable by the programmers or users, right? So this is how a computer understands the programming language. Next, I said what is the thing going on inside. Now what I will say is what is the main purpose of C language? What is the main purpose? So there are many languages. There are many languages, not only C language, like C++, Java, all those things are there. But why everyone starts learning programming language, that is C language, first? Why they will learn C language first? I will explain. Right? Why a person or a programmer, he will learn first C language. C language has been invented in 1972 by Dennis Ruchi. He is a scientist, a computer based scientist. This person has invented C language in 1972 in Bell Laboratories. Okay, and this C language is called the mother of all the languages. Right? C language is called the mother of all languages because keeping as the basics of this C, all the features which are there in C have been used by other languages like C++, Java, all those things. They have taken the features of these C language and then they have created other languages. Most advanced features, with most advanced features they have created. Okay, now why we should learn first? What is the purpose to learn C language first? Because here you will be learning all how to write programs and algorithms. Algorithms are nothing but before starting the program like how to keep the flow of the program, in that you will be learning. So all these algorithms, variables, constants, all these things, so basic features are there in this. These features only are useful in the C++. The person who knows C language, he can learn anything. That means it will make easier for that person to learn other languages also. If a person doesn't know C language, he can also learn other languages, but not that much easily. So then he has to go with all these features first, then he has to learn. So anyway, all these features will be there in other languages. At that moment only he will learn all those things, right? So this is the purpose of the C language. Now with the C language, what you can do? Why a person has to learn C language? Why a person has to learn C language? Now with the C language you can create applications, right? You can create the applications. Who will create the application? User will create the application, right? User. For example, I'll tell you. Now one company is there, software company. He will say that company person or owner or boss, he will say during hiring the employees or appointing the employees, he will say that whether he knows C language or not. He is taking that employee as a programmer. Now at that time he will ask him whether he knows C language. If he knows C language, then only he can do any logical programs. So at that moment he will ask him to know whether he knows the C language or not. And I said he can create the applications. Applications, what is an application here? Application is nothing but it is a thing where with this application it makes a machine user friendly. Suppose now washing machine is right. Now this washing machine, inside this washing machine, now you might be watching seeing that all those things like automatic washing machines, you should dump everything in that, and just you switch on, everything will be done, and dried clothes will come out. So what is happening inside? That application is written by the users or programmers. So this type of applications can be written in the C language. First of all, what is this application? I will call this application as interface. Now interface. What is an interface? Interface is nothing but it is a mediator. Right? Mediator between what? Between two things or two persons or one person and a machine. Right? Mediator is the interface is the mediator between two things or two persons or one person and a machine. Now washing machine, for example, I'll take. Washing machine is a machine and a user will be there. User, what happens, what he will do, he will dump everything in that, and he will just switches, he will set the process what it has to be done there. So what is happening here? So one application has been kept inside. That application is user friendly. User friendly to whom? User. Now this user, he will not go inside and what he has to do, all those things he doesn't know. What he has to do, everything will be written on the or in the form of codes they will keep. He has to just to do the thing is he has to press the buttons. That's it. That means the application is written in such a way that a user can operate it easily without knowing the thing or process going inside. So the process which is going inside will be known by a programmer. That's it. Programmer only knows the process which goes inside. So application, that type of applications will be written by the programmers. Now programmers, what they will do, they will write a program or develop a program or develop an application, and they will set it to these type of machines. For example, not only washing machine, freezer also, right? In refrigerators, freezer is there. What is happening inside we doesn't know. Just whatever we want we will keep inside the freezer, and we want the output, that's it. So like that output owners, we are the output owners. No, that means we are the end users. So end user doesn't know all those things what is happening inside. So only application will be written by the programmer. What is happening inside will be known by the program. Suppose any problem comes, that problem will be solved by that programmer only. Whatever it is, like washing machine, freezer, ATM machines, okay, all those things. So I am saying that this application is nothing but it will act as an interface between the user and the machine. And interface is nothing but it is a mediator like thing. So for this example I will be giving the operating system. For operating system means washing machine is also having some applications like that. So for washing machine it has its own process, but for clear explanation I am giving operating system in computer, okay, or system. What is this? Why I am calling it as interface? Right? Now I am calling it as interface because Now system is there. I am the person who wants to operate the system. Now, if I want to talk to the system, or if I want to communicate to the system, what I need? I need one operating system. That means whatever it is, whatever, like DOS operating system, Windows operating system, or Linux, Unix, many operating systems are there. So like that, one operating system should be there in the computer, otherwise we cannot interact with the computer. So this operating system acts like an interface, and I am going to give one more example about the interface. For example, ATM machine. I think you all know what is ATM machine. Huh? Now, in banking systems, in banking systems, you might have seen, before ATM machine has come, we used to, suppose if you want to draw the money from the bank, what you will be doing? You have to visit the bank, you have to fill the details or whatever formalities are there in the bank. All those formalities you have to fill it. Then what you have to do, after filling, that person or head of the bank or manager of the bank, he will sign it, and then all those things will be done by them, and it takes some time. So that is a time processing system. Now then you will get the money into your hands, you can withdraw money. So that is a time taking process. But now ATM machines have come. So in this ATM machines, what is happening? Have you just thought a while of it? What is happening in the ATM machine? You will be entering that card, ATM card, and you will give some PIN number. Then automatically your money will come out. Actually, what is happening in that? I am going to explain. This is an example for what? Interface, or an application developed by the programmer using C language, right? Now, I will tell you, one person is there or end user is there. He is a user. He will visit an ATM machine. Now, what he want through this machine? He want money. Now, this at ATM machine, just you feel that it is a machine, but inside the machine one application is there. That application is done by a programmer, right? Now a programmer writes that application, and he will set that application to this ATM machine. Now what is happening? You only observe. Now this application will be written by the programmer, might be from software company, any software company, right? Now this user will come to the ATM machine, and he will just keep that card inside, and he will draw the money. How he is drawing? First, when he enters into the room, ATM machine room, what happens when he switch on, when he touches, or when he switches, or whatever, what he wants, what he will be doing there? So it will be a user friendly to him. Am I right? If it is not user friendly, if it is not easy to operate, then will he come here and take the money? No, he will not come. He will never go to the ATM machines. So this programmer, he has to create an application which should be user friendly to the user. That means the software company person will say to this programmer, it should be user friendly. So he will take all those risks. He will write the logic, how he wants, how it becomes user friendly, and he will think all those things, and he will write the application, and this application has been kept in that in the form of software. It is kept inside that. And how does it operate? He will comes and he will just switch on whatever it is he did. First, what it will ask? It will ask for the, how it will ask? It will ask for the language, which language you want. If it all the languages, it will give English, Telugu, Hindi, whatever it is. If you want to operate in English, you have to click on or touch the button of English. Then it will give all the instructions in the English. Then you will be reading all the instructions, and easily you will just operate it, and you will take the money and you will go back. So it will be in a seconds of time you will take the money. But how about the bank? If you visit bank, it takes time. So what is happening here? In real time, this C language is helping us in many ways. Not only banking, not only insurance companies, many in courts and all, railway system. In all these things, what is happening? In restaurants, there will be one programmer. He will create a program in C language, or whatever programming language which is comfortable for him. He will write a program, and then he will give to that person, so that they will operate it with user friendly. So this is how interface of the interface or application which is developed by the programmer. Okay friends, I think this is still one more part, introduction part I am going to make, and this will be part 1, and I will try to complete introduction part in the part 2. Then after that we will enter into the C programs. Okay then, I hope you have understood this. If you still any doubts you have in this explanation, please do comment, so that I will reply you. And if you need anything else, again I will do one more video if you want. Okay friends, I hope you understood well, and if you have understood or you liked it in any part of whole video, if you like it, please give a thumbs up to it and share it to your friends. Okay then, bye friends, thank you.